End of the day, it is up to all of us to turn challenges into opportunities, because that is what robust nations do. I have always drawn inspirations, guidance from great leaders such as Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, Shahid Mohtरमा Benazir Bhutto, who spend their lives being advocates for democracy, tolerance and social justice. I firmly believe that by embracing the vision of these leaders, we can effectively tackle our challenges and foster an atmosphere of mutual respect and political reconciliation. The challenges we face are not impossible to overcome. They just require a fundamental of meaningful dialogues, parliamentary consensus, and a timeline implementation of rigorous reforms aimed at addressing underlying issues, both old and new, confronting us. I strongly believe that in order to align our country with the 21st century, it is imperative that we move forward on reforms to promote good governance for the provision of optimal social entitlement to our citizens. Let's begin with a vision that strives to leave no one behind. For this thought to move beyond an idea, the political leadership gathering in this House must prioritize the specific needs for marginalized communities and underdeveloped areas. By focusing on the needs of these regions, we can bridge the gap between them and the more developed areas of the country, moving the needle towards an inclusive growth model that emphasizes equality of opportunities. While there are many economic reforms the government will drive in pursuing jobs, reducing inflation, and expanding the tax net, I want to underscore the importance of promoting positive working relationship and effective coordination within our constitutional framework between the federal government and the provinces. This is an absolute essential for promoting an inclusive national development agenda, ruling out policies that execute tangible actions on the ground. I firmly believe that by driving seamless collaborations as fostering institutional coordination with intentions and regularity, we can harness full potentials of our federal system to deliver positive change for benefit for people of Pakistan. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the Parliament, Pakistan needs all hands on deck to revitalize its economy. Without shedding all caution to the winds, our primary objective should be to attract foreign direct investment. I therefore urge the government to intensify its efforts in implementing comprehensive ease of doing business reforms and simplifying the existing forest of the regulations to provide an enabling an environment for both foreign and domestic investors. I commend the establishment of the Special Investments Facility Council aimed at attracting and facilitating investment in the key sectors, which is a step forward in the right direction. At the same time, we must accelerate our endeavors to diversify export, enhance the competitiveness of our products, in global markets, introduce value addition, and venture into new markets similarly. The huge untapped potential in the agriculture, marine life, information technology, textile sector should be exploited to earn foreign exchange. Any global or national stocktake will tell us that the world is changing fast under our feet.